How we doing, guys? Back out, finally! Finally! Back out just for a wee hammock camp. Yeah, duckies, no me. Love a good hammock camp. So, aye, back out. It's a lovely day. It's 6 degrees. I think the temperature's supposed to drop down to -3 tonight. So it's lovely, there's no wind, it's nice and calm, the birds are tweeting. But anyway, right, I'm going to do something that I don't usually do on my videos, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to just give you a little run through, and Lola's here too, look, Lola! Right, I'm going to give you a run through of the gear that I use, the backpack, the rucksack that I've got, the gear that I use, how I pack my bag, and how I take it all out and all that stuff. Now, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be taking everything out at the same time. I would be taking stuff out as I'm setting up. But rule number one, a thumb of rule, if you know the weather's going to be raining, bad, if you know it's going to be bad weather, first thing you should pack at the top of your backpack, rucksack, is your tarp. Right, so I've got a 1-wind, it's a 1-wind tarp. The writing's coming off it because it's just stuck on, not very good glue, so it's coming off quite easy. But it's a 1-wind tarp, great tarp, very light. It's quite long, but you can easily squash that down even more. Put this in a compression socket and you can get that absolutely tiny. So tarp, you would set your tarp up before you would do anything. And then second would be my hammock. My hammock's not a DD hammock. This is just the stuff sack that it's in. This is called a bishop bag. A double-ended stuff sack, and inside this I've got my hammock, which is a Hatchet-husqvarna hammock I got from Amazon for about £20 at the time. It was about 4 years ago, and I've had this hammock since I started hammock camping. It's a great hammock, never let me down, brilliant, absolutely amazing. So you'll see that, you'll probably seen it in my videos anyway. What's next? There's another thing that I don't usually show, but I always definitely carry this, is a first aid kit. I never show this in my videos, I never show me using it in my videos, but I do carry this because when you've got things like hatchets, saws, knives, it's, you know, anything can happen. You can cut yourself really bad. So in this I have like bandages, I've got oh, I can't remember the name of them, like gauzes, you know, big bandage stuff for in case I damage myself. A lot of plasters and all that stuff, slings and stuff. So, good practice to always carry a first aid kit on you. Even if you don't carry tools on you, it's still good to have a first aid kit. And then next, the pegs. The pegs for my tarp. So, I never mentioned, the rucksack's a 45 litre rucksack. 45 litre rucksack, it's a V-Sport Racoon 45. The two side pouches I bought separately, but they're compatible, they are V-Sport as well. These are 5 litres each, so it brings it up to a 55 litre rucksack. A good rucksack, it's full of molly webbing, so you can attach even more side pouches. I mean, sometimes, if I've no room in my backpack, I can velcro this and I can keep this on the outside of my pack, and it's no bother. There's like a little bit there where you can put your belt through it. So what I would do, I would just put one of these straps through it and it would just sit on the outside of my backpack. So, the next thing, just gloves. Gloves are good to take camping with you, because if you have fires and you're lifting logs, lifting sticks, lifting rocks, messing about with the fire, it's just good to have, because look at the colour of them. Next thing is my battery case. So this is the stuff where I would keep all my batteries for my camera, my battery bank to charge my batteries, so that's in there as well. So I'd have that. That's in there too. Keep that. And then the side pouches. You can see here I've got my hatchet, that just slides right down the side, which is quite handy. So in the side pouch, this side pouch, I have my cook kit or my pot, coffee, brew kit or whatever you want to call it, right? So I've got methylated spirit as my fuel. An old beard balm tin that I use for the stove. That's a pot hanger. A fork and a spork which you turn around and you can turn it into little tongs. And then I have my pot, my cook kit. It's a Pathfinder. So my Pathfinder 900ml stainless steel canteen, and I've got my 750ml pot, and then this is just the stove, so this would sit on that. You would put the stove, and then it would just boil water for you, do whatever, whatever for you. Right, on the other side, it's supposed to be cold tonight, so I wouldn't usually be carrying these. What I would usually have, I would have my first aid kit and my battery pack in this side, but because it's going to be cold tonight, it's supposed to get down to -3. I've got socks, thermal socks, I've got my gloves, mittens, whatever you want to call them, and I've got a balaclava, just to keep my face warm when I'm in the hammock. That's that. What else do I have in here? That's a small, the dry sack. It's what's in that? Oh, that's my oil, my cooking oil, and I've got a few sachets of ketchup and mayonnaise and all that. So that's that. And then the last thing in the big compartment, the main compartment, is my sleeping bag, my Leviathan 900 sleeping bag. Good sleeping bag, duck down sleeping bag. I think comfort rating is to about -9. I've never tested it to that, but I've had it down to -2 and it's kept me toasty. Oh, that's snow. That's snow. Whoa. I've had it down to -2 and I was fine. It's actually one of my videos where I've done a plough configuration. So that's that. And then obviously my underquilt I just attach on the outside of it. So the underquilt just goes under the hammock and insulates the bottom of me, and then the sleeping bag will just go over the top of me. And that's that. So that's all the kit that I carry. That's not including obviously my beers, so I've got a few beers, my food, Lola's food, and then I've got, this bag has got pockets. I keep things like lights, that'll go in my hammock, my head torch, my windscreen for my stove, so that just goes round my stove, paracord, a lighter, and just more paracord. What's that? Oh, Vaseline, aye. So I'll show you in a minute. That's what else I've got. So a wee tub of Vaseline, which is good for starting a fire. On the top pouch, the top pocket, and here I have, get it out, my morakniv knife. Bushcraft knife, a really good bushcraft knife. And what I've just kind of modified it. And what I've done is I've put like a tin with tape round it, and I've made like a little makeshift sheath for my ferro rod and my flint, my striker, sorry. So it's good to handy that, and then inside that I keep cotton wool, just in case I can't start a fire with natural materials around me. What else do I have in here? Oh, and just an extra water bottle, so in case I come across a water source and I know I'm going to need water, and I know what I have here isn't going to be enough, then I'll just collect more. And then this has got a carabiner on it, so I can just attach this on the outside of my rucksack. But I very rarely use it because I only do one-nighters. So that's that. That's my bag empty. That's everything I carry. Oh, I forgot this. I got this from Decathlon. Great bit of kit. It's just a kneeling pad, but I use it for other things. Kneeling pad, you can use it to kind of blow the fire to get the flames up. It's quite small. Lola's quite small, so sometimes I would put this down and I would put my fleece over the top of it and Lola can lie on it. And because it's silver, it's reflective, so it reflects your heat back to you. So it's a really handy bit of kit, and it weighs absolutely nothing. It's foam, it's like sponge. So that's it. Not a lot of kit, when you really think about it. So aye, if you like it, give the video a wee like. Right, I'm going to get set up, no messing about, just going to do one of these. Oh, right, set up. It's getting cold. I've kind of stopped moving about now and I'm getting a wee bit chilly, my hands are getting a wee bit numb. I'm going to get a coffee on. The temperatures went down to about 3 degrees. Like I said, it's supposed to get down to -3 tonight, during the night. So, oh aye. Right, I'm going to get a coffee on. Let's do it. Nearly. And there you go. Feather stick. Bigger. There we go. Oh, right, got the fire going. Lovely. The sun just went down about half an hour ago. So I just chopped the rest of that wood. I've got big bits to keep me going. New beer to test. Flight Path Indian Pale Ale. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's good. It's getting really cold now. You can feel the temperature definitely dropping. It must be below 0, definitely. It's, aye, my nose has went numb. My fingers, I'm having to constantly put them over the fire. It's getting really cold. I've had to put on my big Sherpa fleece that I brought with me, and my fleece that I had on earlier is still on me. But aye, just enjoying the fire. I was on live Instagram earlier on and I broke my phone. I've chipped my phone. It fell over and hit one of the rocks on the fire. My phone was already broke, but already smashed. The screen was already smashed, but I've made it worse. So, aye. I hope you've enjoyed the live chat. I've never done that before. Never went live or anything like that. But I think it's going to be a quick night. Let the fire burn away and then I'm going to get my chops on. And that's it. That's it, and then I'll just retrieve back to the hammock, just chill out.